Behalve Google Print ontwikkelt het bedrijf in razend tempo steeds nieuwe toepassingen op wereldwijde schaal.
We really expect everyone to have some element of innovation in their jobs. So when engineers are building products for our users, a lot of times they know the classic formula of what they should build, but they'll find a new flair or a new twist that they can offer. And that's really where a lot of this innovation comes from. That said, a lot of the innovation we do have comes from 20% time. And that's where we offer to our employees that they can spend 20% of their time, 1 day a week, doing whatever it is they feel most passionate about. That's where a lot of their excitement and joy comes from. And that's when the really good ideas get unleashed.
This is a test voice clip sent over Messenger as well as over Skype.
In India is Sugata Mitra sinds 7 jaar bezig met het installeren van computers op straat voor school- en straatkinderen. Het Hole in the Wall project.
The idea was to see if children can teach themselves how to use a computer. This is important in countries like India, where there are not enough teachers and not enough schools. The results are that up to 200 children can teach themselves to use a computer using only one playground computer. And in 9 months, they teach themselves enough to be able to do all the usual functions on a computer. The most common use is, of course, for downloading games and music. But after a few months, when they get tired of it, then they also start browsing and use Google to help them with their schoolwork, which is quite interesting. They use Google to search for things that they have read in the school, and also for generally things that they are curious about. I haven't seen them use anything else other than Google.
Inmiddels hebben een aantal Afrikaanse landen en ook Venezuela en Argentinië interesse getoond voor het project van Sugata Mitra.
The danger to education of having only one point of view on information is that everyone will start to have just that point of view. It'll be self-reinforcing. And that's not how one develops critical thinking. One develops critical thinking by contrasting, by comparing. And it's not just in individual works, but how are things presented. So if we were to have our school kids only use one encyclopedia and not have any access to any other encyclopedias or any other books in the library, wouldn't that be tragic? I mean, we wouldn't do that. Of course we wouldn't do that. We would want to have different points of view, and you compare and you contrast. You go and open it up and go and say, okay, what did this one say? No, what did this one say? No, they're kind of different. Isn't that interesting that they're different? So it's crucial that we keep the world an open place for open publishing and making it so that people, kids, adults, ourselves, can have access through many different ways and different lenses on the same information.
This is an interesting issue about what happens if there's only one search engine which is dominant. Will its truth be the only thing that everyone pays attention to? Well, one could say that same thing of newspapers and television programs and things like that, which become sort of a dominant influence on the thinking of the time. Everyone is free to build their own search engines, and in fact, there have been many in the history of the internet so far. Google is one point in time. There may be other Googles in the future.
Hebben andere zoekmachines nog wel een kans? De marktaandelen van Google worden zo groot dat er een monopolie lijkt te ontstaan. Tegelijkertijd ontwikkelt het bedrijf steeds nieuwe toepassingen en is zo hard op weg om alle informatie van de wereld onder één dak samen te brengen. Hoe handig dat ook is zo'n monopolie niet gevaarlijk.
This is Google Earth. This is a application that can basically allow you to browse the entire world from outer space down to your driveway. In this case, I'm going to the Grand Canyon, and you can see all the detail all the way down into the canyon here. Over time, we're trying to get the whole world covered as much as possible so that anybody can see their house. They can go from where they grew up to where they went to college to where they work and be able to see that data and be able to capture that long tail of people that exist in the world.
Allora, circa un anno fa ormai, guardando immagini da satellite su internet rese disponibili da Google, ho individuato vicino a casa mia una zona particolarmente curiosa perché presentava un'immagine molto molto singolare che da terra, passeggiandoci anche di fianco, non si vede assolutamente. Approfondendo la cosa attraverso conoscenti, attraverso persone del posto, ho scoperto che nessuno ne sapeva nulla, nessuno aveva informazioni. Così mi sono rivolto a dei professionisti, a degli archeologi che sono venuti a fare delle verifiche e hanno riscontrato da quello che trovavano affiorante sul terreno che sicuramente sotto ci doveva essere una antica villa romana. E da adesso quello è un sito tutelato dai beni artistici italiani. Questo qua per esempio, ecco, questi qua sono oggetti, non so se si vedono, ecco, per esempio questo qua è un pezzo di una tegola, in pratica, di questo muro, del tetto di questa villa romana, questo che è un piccolo vaso, e anche qua, come si vede, l'argilla è differente. Questo particolare dei diversi materiali dimostra che la villa non doveva essere una villa molto povera, ma probabilmente la villa di un antico romano benestante.
Let's go over to Heathrow, and this particular area is also aerial photography, and you actually can read. There's Air France. Air Canada. There you go. So there's it's pretty. Some areas are that high detail, some are less so, and just varying different degrees of resolution.
Aren't you in the end afraid that political or security issues will kind of blow up the beauty of the thing?
I don't know if I'm necessarily. I think not sure if fear is the right word. I think that I'm hoping that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily opinion in terms of whether it's something that we should definitely address. I think that we should definitely make sure that people, just like privacy issues, security issues, make sure that those are, and we talk to the right people who are very well, and they're knowledgeable